Just about everybody is turning on billionaire Leon Black for his ties to Epstein, even his own investing firm Apollo. One institution still supports Leon Black, and that's the Museum of Modern Art, of which Black is the chairman of. You would think an institution as progressive as the MoMA would decry a guy who was besties with a kid diddler. But the MoMA can't talk any shit on Leon Black because he keeps the lights on. This is the danger of letting ourselves be financially beholden to these rich, powerful cretins. You can't really call them out because they sign your fucking paychecks. If you have several $billion, it's fair to say that you have absolute power. And you know what they say about absolute power? That shit corrupts absolutely. More people need to start talking shit on Leon Black. A while back, I told you guys about Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion potentially being demolished. And it looks like it's happening. Real estate developer Todd Michael Glazer has bought the property and he's tearing this shit down! Epstein's mansion was worth $21.9 million on the market. Todd Michael Glazer was able to get it for $18 million. Woo! What a deal! Even though bad things probably did happen at the mansion, it's a nice piece of property. It features a waterfront, you can see the Everglades from it, it's about a mile away from Mar-a-Lago, and like I said before, expect to see that dentist chair on eBay. They should probably tear down Little St. James down in the Virgin Islands as well. Just raise that whole fucking thing. Except for the temple. Make that a Jamba Juice. This is Jennifer Araz. She and another anonymous woman have dropped their cases against Jeffrey Epstein's estate and Ghislaine Maxwell. Jennifer Araz sued Maxwell after she claimed that Maxwell recruited her as a sex slave when Jennifer was 14 years old. As for the anonymous woman, she claimed that Epstein abused her in 2007 when she was 22. Now, why did these two victims drop their cases? It's probably got something to do with money. They may have received some form of compensation from Epstein's estate. Something important to note, Jennifer Araz dropped her case against Ghislaine Maxwell. She still has a case against Epstein's estate, and that one is still pending. What do you guys think about these settlements? Are they fair? Do they make up for the years of abuse? We may have a reason why two women dropped their cases against Ghislaine Maxwell. In the ensuing case against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, a compensation fund was created for the victims. This fund has started to pay out some of the victims. Some of the women who have agreed to the Victims' Compensation Fund include Annie Farmer, Maria Farmer, Teresa Helm, Juliette Bryant, Sarah Ransom, and Virginia Roberts Gouffre. The fund was ordered to have $25 million at the start and then add funds matching that figure once it slipped below $10 million. Now, it's not known how much money the victims are receiving, but they could be getting millions from Epstein's estate. I mean, the man's dead, or he's dead for some of you, so why not give it to the victims? Jeffrey Epstein, rich and powerful pedophile, died August 10th, 2019. Or did he? A lot of you motherfuckers think he's still around. Like, a lot of you. Let's entertain this theory. A lot of people think that Epstein isn't dead because a lot of details about his suicide just don't add up. Missing camera footage and the lack of surveillance concerning him is a reason people point to. A lot of people say that the body they rolled out at the jail does not look like him at all. And since he was connected to intelligence agencies, a lot of people think that he faked his death. What do I think? I think he's dead. There's a lot of evidence that points to it. There were 2 autopsies performed. His lawyers say he's dead. And all that information he must have known, oh my god, I bet there was hundreds of people itching to take him out. This is John Luke Brunel. He is one of Epstein's confidants, and he has just been subpoenaed by the attorneys on the Epstein case in the Virgin Islands. Now, this is kind of a big deal. Why? Because Jean-Luc Brunel is a fucking monster. This guy ran a modeling agency, he was a model scout, and he supplied Epstein with young girls. He bragged about how he once gifted Epstein 12-year-old triplets like they were fucking golf clubs. The backstory of these girls actually makes it even sadder because they were poor and they were handed over to Brunel to have a better life, essentially. And they were given to Epstein. Now, he's being subpoenaed. He's not being arrested. But still, this could lead to something. This is Catherine Rumler. She is a hotshot lawyer, and she used to represent Clinton and Obama when they were in the White House. Catherine Rumler is in the news because recently it was found out that she has ties to, yes, you guessed it, Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein tried to get Catherine Rumler to work for him when he was arrested in 2019 and charged with sexually abusing underage girls. She didn't join his legal team, but it seems she gave him some counsel and she attended his court appearance as a show of support. Why would you support this fool? Anyway, fun fact, Catherine Rumler was considered a possible replacement for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Biden could have appointed her if RBG had lived long enough. So, as you guys may know, Epstein's Palm Beach mansion is set to be demolished. With this demolition imminent, some interesting details have arisen. One of the details revealed is that Jeffrey Epstein, 4 months before his arrest last year, transferred ownership of his $22 million Palm Beach mansion to a Christian nonprofit organization. According to the deed, the new owner of the mansion is Love and Bliss Inc., a Christian organization that was founded in 2018 by 22-year-old Alexander Lizinski. I can't be the only one thinking, the fuck? According to the deed, Love and Bliss Inc. got Epstein's mansion only for $200, and the mansion sold for $18 million. Alexander Lizinski is the luckiest motherfucker on the planet. Y'all see this creepy piece of shit? This is the puppet Prince Andrew used to grope his victims. Ah! The fuck, man? This puppet was from the British show Spitting Image, a comedy puppet show that ran from 1984 to 1996. Apparently, Epstein bought the puppet and he and Ghislaine used it to prank Andrew. Here's another picture of the scary puppet. Ah! According to Virginia Roberts Gouffre, Prince Andrew would use this puppet to grope her. Prince Andrew actually met the creator of this puppet, and he told him about how his best friends Jeffrey and Ghislaine used it to prank him. I'm pretty sure he left out the whole groping part. I had heard about this puppet, but goddamn, was it creepier than I thought. Oh my god. So the DOJ did a review of Alex Acosta's handling of the Epstein case, and they have deemed that Alex Acosta used poor judgment. No shit. The review, though, did not find that Acosta or other prosecutors engaged in professional misconduct. I don't know about you guys, but giving one of the biggest criminals in the world a sweetheart deal sounds like the very definition of professional misconduct. This shouldn't be a surprise, though. I mean, Bill Barr is AG. Epstein and the Barrs go way back. And I think this is important to point out. Costa used to be Trump's labor secretary. Barr is Trump's AG. Hate to say it, folks, it's not just a Democrat thing. They're all in on it. We got some bombshell news. Apparently, back in 2007, the FBI wanted to bust Epstein at a beauty pageant. This beauty pageant was in the Virgin Islands. He was a judge on it, and this would have been 7 months before he signed a non-prosecution deal that shielded him from any federal sex crime charges. Apparently, the FBI agents involved in the case were extremely disappointed when they were denied the opportunity to make the arrest. A lot of them felt that they had hit a glass ceiling when it came to pursuing the case. And a lot of them blame Alex Acosta. They said that Acosta was influenced by the stature of Epstein's attorneys and by the personal relationship that he had with them. Fuck a sweetheart deal. This guy should have been fucking busted a long time ago. God damn, how many depositions does this bitch have? Ghislaine Maxwell apparently has a second deposition that she wants to keep under wraps. She gave this deposition back in July of 2016, and this one is about her sex life. Seeing how lame that other deposition was, I wouldn't expect much from this one. I would expect a lot of, I don't recall, or I don't remember, or how would you define a sex toy? Much like the other deposition, she's trying to get this deposition sealed. Her attorneys argue that if this deposition gets out, it will be hard for her to get a fair trial. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But don't get your hopes up, because right now, she is not snitching. Nope, she ain't talking for anybody. Oh, you heard it here, folks! One of Epstein's lawyers and one of the prosecutors who was prosecuting him were canoodling! I call shenanigans! Okay, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Lily Ann Sanchez was a member of Epstein's defense team in 2008 when he was facing a potential federal indictment and life imprisonment for sexually abusing dozens of girls between 1999 and 2007. She had dated Matthew Menchel, who was one of the prosecutors who was working on Epstein's plea deal. They dated in 2003, later broke up, but never disclosed their relationship while they both worked on the Epstein deal. All this info was found in the report the DOJ released a couple of days ago. It says that Menchel left the office before the Epstein case was resolved. Both say the relationship had no impact on the case. Yeah, right. There's the mansion in Manhattan, the ranch in New Mexico, the pedophile island out in the Virgin Islands, and now the ski chalet in good old Colorado. It's been discovered that Jeffrey Epstein owned a ski chalet in the Rocky Mountain state. Yes, he had his very own Overlook Hotel. Ooh, I knew I was killing it with the music. Epstein became the owner of this chalet in 1997, and this past July, it sold for $24 million. In 1994, the property was purchased by Elizabeth Ross Libet Johnson, an heir to the Johnson & Johnson Company. She became a client of Epstein's, and eventually Epstein got Libet to make him an owner of her property. Sound familiar? Blackmail must be a bitch! This is Anna Marie Villafana. She is the federal prosecutor that led the investigation into Epstein back in 2008. She's the one that put him away for 18 months. He only ended up serving 13. She wasn't happy with this sentencing, though. She wrote to a colleague, instead of serving 18 months, Epstein should have been serving 18 years. You see, some people say that Anna Marie Villafana had her investigation sabotaged. In the report the DOJ released about the 2008 Epstein case, Villafana speaks about how her colleagues undermined her authority and how Epstein's defense team went over her head. Prosecutor Matthew Menchel and U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta were the ones who hampered Villafana's investigation the most. I hate to talk about this kind of shit, but There are reports that say that Ghislaine Maxwell took pictures of the victims that visited Epstein in his Palm Beach mansion and she put them in an album, essentially creating her own little collection of child porn. Juan Alessi, Epstein's former butler, confirmed the existence of these photographs, and he also said that almost all of the girls that were photographed were topless in the pictures. This is apparently in a deposition Juan Alessi gave to the FBI. In it, he says that Maxwell is the devil, and that apparently she spent days recruiting girls for Epstein. Now, this bit of information came from an unsealed court document, and apparently they're gonna unseal more documents this coming Monday. So, stay tuned. Oh my god, somebody maybe caught the canola. I told you guys they were going to unseal more documents at the beginning of the week, and one of the bits of information that came out is that Ghislaine Maxwell is currently in quarantine because a staffer working near her cell tested positive for coronavirus. She will remain in quarantine for 14 days, and during that period, she'll only be permitted out of her cell 3 days per week for 30 minutes. Maxwell's defense team has said that pandemic protocols and special measures that are put in place to prevent her from killing herself, like Jeffrey Epstein, are making it difficult for her to prepare a case. Maxwell's prosecutors, though, have said that she gets more privileges than other inmates despite being in quarantine. So, what do you guys think about the devil herself maybe having COVID? According to the attorneys of one Miss Ghislaine Maxwell, Maxwell is woken up every 15 minutes by guards to see if she's still alive. The Metropolitan Detention Center down in Brooklyn wants to make sure she doesn't pull an Epstein, if you know what I mean. Maxwell's legal counsel says that she is excessively and invasively searched, and her treatment is more restrictive than prisoners convicted of terrorism or capital murder. It's kind of funny that Maxwell's legal team doesn't consider her a terrorist because she's a terrorist to me! Another person that's getting the Jeffrey Epstein treatment right now is Harvey Weinstein. They are watching that motherfucker like a hawk. Moral of the story, you don't like being watched while you tinkle in jail? Don't be horrible, diabolical people. Hello there, everybody. I hope you had a pleasant Thanksgiving and happy Black Friday. I got some royal news for you. Apparently, everybody's favorite pedophile prince, Prince Andrew, doesn't want his brother, Charles, to be king. There have been reports that Prince Andrew has gone to his mummy and he's been like, "Oh, mummy, oh no, mummy, I don't want Charles to be king, mummy, oh no, teasing crumpets, mummy, give me a corgi, please." Can we please stop? Stop pretending that these people are important. They're not royal. They're not magical. They're not divine. They're just rich, inbred people. Oh yeah, and the reason why little Andy doesn't want Prince Charles to be king is because he wants to be king. And you know what? I'm on Prince Andrew's side, alright? Let's get a pedophile on that throne. Yeah, that's what we need. A federal judge on Wednesday handed a partial victory to the Attorney General of the U.S. Virgin Islands, who is pursuing a civil racketeering complaint against the estate of one Jeffrey Epstein. For those of you that don't know what racketeering is, it is dishonest and fraudulent business dealings. Yeah. Attorney General of the Virgin Islands and all-around BAMF, Denise George, brought a civil enforcement action against the Epstein estate in January, calling it an ongoing criminal enterprise. Denise George then went to identify two executors of the state, Epstein's lawyer Darren K. Endyke and accountant Richard Kahn, as alleged co-conspirators. Ooh, she's going after the whole shebang. Let's hope this gains traction. Go, Denise, go! See this geeky looking motherfucker? This guy is Glenn Dubin. This guy is a billionaire hedge fund manager, and he was also one of Epstein's close friends. Epstein was actually supposed to marry this guy's daughter, Selena, when she was 19 years old. This bit of information was revealed from documents that were obtained from subpoenas issued by the prosecutors from the Virgin Islands. Epstein first met Doobie's daughter here, Selena, when she was 12 years old. It's been reported that the two had an especially close relationship. In 2014, when Selena was 19 years old, Dubin was telling his friends that Epstein was going to marry her. Epstein wanted to give Selena some of his net worth, and he named Selena a beneficiary in a $15 million trust. In 2015, she was removed. Yep, you heard it here, folks. Ghislaine Maxwell may be immune from any prosecution because of Epstein's 2007 sweetheart deal. Damn you, Acosta! The deal intended to protect 4 purported female associates allegedly involved in claims made against Epstein at the time. In the document released with the DOJ report of Acosta's handling of the case, it reads, the U.S. would not charge any potential co-conspirators of Epstein, including but not limited to the 4. Now, this could all very loosely apply to Ghislaine Maxwell. Or it could not. I think it's supposed to be loosey-goosey on purpose. Fucking lawyers, man! The following are a list of items Ghislaine Maxwell isn't allowed to have while she's in jail because, you know, she might kill herself with it. Soap, a toothbrush, a brassiere. Right now, all of her clothes are made out of paper. And last but not least, her vegan diet. I think it's best we keep this away from her. There's lots of ways you can kill yourself with tofu.